Time for the Proceed Halftime Report. If you need seed, think Proceed. With us today, District Sales Manager Scott Schwartz out of a new territory in Minnesota. Man, congratulations. Tell us what's happening in your territory.
Thank you. Yeah, well, Proceed's growing, and we started a new territory in southern Minnesota, doing primarily corn, soybean. We got a lot of new late hybrids and late soybean varieties, so we're pretty excited about that.
So you talked about some later maturity products. So what's going on there? What's good for our farmers in the area?
Yeah, we got a ton of conventional hybrids that we're moving down there. Some smart stacks, double pro, all the traits, everything that you know, most growers need in that rootworm and corn borer country.
And one of the great things about Proceed, you got the Right Stuff program, giving some people some great discounts, great deals. What's going on with the Right Stuff program this year?
We're launching our Right Stuff program this year. It's a military appreciation program. Just Proceed saying thank you to all of our troops out there, and you know, just thank them for their service.
Which is near and dear to you, because you obviously serve our nation right now. Thank you for that. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'm out here at the wing in Fargo, so just working on the Fargo command post right now.
Good stuff, man. How can people get a hold of you if they want to get some seed?
Yeah, you can give me a shout at 701-741-8585 or email proceedscott@gmail.com.
Great stuff. Scott Schwartz, again, District Sales Manager out of Minnesota. New territory there. Stick around. Much more coming up right here on our Proceed Halftime Report.
Welcome back inside our Fargo studios, the Proceed Halftime Report. We are tied at 7 with Northern Iowa and North Dakota State. The first half, yikes. What a first half.
Yeah, that's right. UNI goes 3 and out off the top. NDSU marching down, but Easton Stick is intercepted looking at that end zone.
You know, Easton with just a little bit too much time goes through his progressions there. That's too much time for a good Northern Iowa defense to read the quarterback's eyes.
Bison defense shuts UNI down again to force another punt. Darius Shepard with the return here.
The theme is that Bison are in great territory in this first, good field position this first quarter, and nothing to show for it.
That's right, because they settle for a field goal attempt here.
And it's blocked by Northern Iowa. Good push by the middle of the Northern Iowa line to get a big paw up and block Cam Peterson's kick.
UNI on the move, but code green. How about it? Nick DeLuca.
Like he was shot out of a cannon. He times the snap so well. As you see it here, he's able to just get past the chipping running back, and Eli Dunn has nowhere to go.
Yeah, no one's going to stop him. Levi Jordheim there with the fumble recovery. NDSU gets back in range, and they line up for another field goal.
This is something that has to get corrected for North Dakota State. You're letting the guy get too much push in the middle of the line there. That's not clean football.
Another stop for the Bison defense. UNI punt, backs the Bison up, though. Third down here, and Stick throws another interception.
This one off the hands of Nate Jensen, his intended target. That's a tough bit, but I think Easton's maybe a little bit off today. I think he's a little bit off.
Nice tackle there by Bruce Anderson to put the Panthers down. UNI turns that into 7 points here. 5 plays, 24 yards.
And Eli Dunn connects with one of his big targets. Darius Fountain will be glad to see him when his eligibility is exhausted. He's been a Bison nightmare the past couple years. It's a good play there to get you on the board. Bison
needing a spark on offense. Nice one here on third down. Stick to R.J. Urzendowski.
What should have been Stick's third interception turns into a pretty fortuitous bounce. And look at R.J. with the one-handed grab. That is really good body control right there by Urzendowski to come back and get that football.
Well, the drive stalls. It's the Bison defense that steps up to put points up today. Robbie Grimsley with a pick 6 here.
And how about LT calling it that Grimsley's been playing really well all first half, taking aggressive routes, and then sure enough, he comes up with a big play to get the Bison on the board to make it 7-7. Let's take a look at our halftime stats brought to you by the North Dakota Certified Seed Producers. It is a 7-all game. If you like defense, you're getting a whole heck of a lot of it. Not too many rushing yards for either side, not too many passing yards for either side. Turnovers, that seems to be the big number there. 2 on each side, and the Bison have made it count. The Panthers have made their turnovers count as well.
Yeah, I mean, you knew this was going to come down to a defensive battle. I think that was, you know, we started our pregame show talking about the Bison defense and how strong they are. What Northern Iowa brings to the table is their defense. It's how they've been able to stay in so many of these games. You need to start to chip away at them and prevent them from being a factor. Turnovers continue to let them shine. So that's really where this game needs to tighten up for the Bison.
Absolutely. Again, your first half stats brought to you by the North Dakota Certified Seed Producers. We talk about how Easton Stick maybe just doesn't have it today. He's at 26% on his completions,
I know,
just 4 of
it's
15.
not lovely. I don't think it's that he doesn't have it, though. I think Easton Stick, he's such a student of the game. I promise you that right now he is in that locker room, sitting down with Courtney Messingham, talking to his receivers, talking to his offensive line about what's going on out there. I think Easton Stick has it in him. I don't think this is Easton Stick, this game has got away from him. This is Easton Stick needs to evaluate a couple of things, lock in, and it'll be a better second half.
We saw him put together a good second half last week. We'll see if he can do it again this week. We'll step aside. We come back. We'll take a look around the Missouri Valley Football Conference. Plenty of action to get you caught up on. That's still to come here on the Proceed Halftime Report. Welcome back to the Proceed Halftime Report. 7-7 our score between North Dakota State and Northern Iowa. Let's take a look around the Missouri Valley Football Conference games between all Valley teams in action today. We start with a shocker in Youngstown State. The Redbirds have gone in and have essentially eliminated Youngstown State from the playoff picture.
1-4 in Missouri Valley play now.
That is not good.
1-4. I am shocked by that.
3-5 overall as Youngstown State. 35-0. The Redbirds take that win. Game still in action. South Dakota State up big on Western Illinois, 51-24. That game is in the fourth quarter. South Dakota State has scored in every quarter, 10 in the first, 14 in the second, 21 in the third, now 7 in the fourth. They are just cruising along there in Macomb. Rest of the action going on. Indiana State trying to pick up win number 1, and Missouri State with 1 win. That doesn't look like it's going to happen. Missouri State up 38-6 over the Sycamores. I remembered that time. And South Dakota with the lead over Southern Illinois, 14-0 that game in the second quarter. We're going to step aside. We come back. We'll talk second half adjustments, and we'll get you set for the second half of Northern Iowa and NDSU tied at 7 at halftime. More to come here on the Proceed Halftime Report. Back in our Fargo studios for the Proceed Halftime Report. 7-7 our score at halftime. Can I hit the panic button yet?
No, absolutely not. Calm down, everyone. This is deja vu all over again for me. What did I say last week? What did I say last week? Calm down. Second half adjustments are where the Bison football team thrives. They are now in their element. They are in that locker room. They are breaking it down, and it will be fine. Just take a deep breath and calm down.
I believe it was the great philosopher Aaron Rodgers who said RELAX. Relax. That's tough for me because my name. All right. Yeah. Anyways, yes, I think NDSU, they've been in control. They've certainly had the opportunities. If it weren't for a couple really good plays by Northern Iowa, the 2 field goal blocks, the interception down there on the near the goal line, I am a little bit concerned about how Easton Stick performed in that first half.
But listen, Easton Stick's being put in an opportunity where he has to throw the ball.
This is fair.
Because the run game isn't quite getting there. So why not freak out on the run game? Because we shouldn't freak out about anything. It's coming back.
Bruce Anderson with 10 attempts, 20 yards. I know they'd like to see that number up.
A little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more out of Bruce would be great. He does not have Ty Brooks' 3 attempts, 7 yards. That'll do it for the Proceed Halftime Report. Let's see what the adjustments are made. Let's send it back to the Fargo Dome. Brian Shaw, Lee Timmerman with the second half action. Thanks for joining me.
All right, back.